Here we go. Welcome, 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 welcome to the TellUs Children Talk It Out TV show. Today is June 9th, 2020. We are broadcasting live, Status Network, the future of broadcasting in Atlanta, Georgia. We are broadcasting live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, Roku. And some of your TVs, you can actually watch it live on your TV through Facebook as well. You would go to the statusnetwork.net. You can also download the Status Network app from the Play Store. But again, you can go to Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, Facebook, Roku, Instagram. Did I leave anything else out? Periscope. And again, and Twitter. And again, this is the TellUs Children's Talk It Out TV show where our children get to voice their concerns, their issues, and discuss anything, topics of discussion that they want to from a child's perspective. On my far right, I have Noah. I have Cameron.
Yeah. What's up? Too funny.
I have Darius.
What up?
I have myself, TellUs. I have Jhene.
Hi.
And then I have Noah. Emanuel. Goodness.
Again, me
Y'all
confused
help
with
me say
Noah.
I have Emanuel Jr. And again, TellUs Children's Talk It Out TV show. It is a platform where we discuss any topics of discussion that the children deem important to them. That was a good workout because I am getting a little bit sweaty here. But today there's just been a lot going on in our society, in our nation, and in our world. And my grandson today, he told me, he said, Mama, why are you wearing that shirt you have on today? He said, that's a Halloween shirt. Excuse me. I said, yes. Excuse me. I said, yes, I'm wearing this Halloween shirt today because there are a lot of spooky things going on throughout our nation and throughout our world. So therefore, I want to boo-hoo and get all those negative things that we want to put on the table, that we need to talk about, that you guys want to discuss. And so be sure to call in with your questions. The number is 470-251-4343. So they can take your questions and you can be part of the discussion. So I want to pose a question and put it on the table for you guys right now. Let me put on my other eyes. So we can do that. Ooh, that was a good little workout. Hold on. But I wanted to bring and put this on the table for you guys. I just wanted to pose this to you guys. Did you know, boys and girls, if you didn't know, but I know some of you all already know. But you know what? First of all, I want to know, what have you guys been doing the past couple of weeks? So tell me what you've been doing the past couple of weeks. What have you been doing on Jhene?
I've really been hanging out with my sister, and we've been riding the four-wheeler and playing Minecraft.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you want the TellUs fans to know about you? Look at that camera so we can see that pretty face.
I'm 12 years old. My favorite color is purple, and my name's Jhene.
Okay. Emanuel Jr., tell that TellUs fans, the audience, something about yourself that you want them to know.
I love basketball.
Okay, is that it? Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay. So here we go, Darius. Tell them, what do you want them to know about you?
I love football and I love basketball, and I'm 11 years old.
Okay, great. Cameron Maxwell, what do you want them to know about you?
I'm 12 years old, and I play football and baseball and basketball.
Okay. Noah?
I like football and basketball, and I'm Noah.
Okay. Anybody want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna do the shout out?
Shout out to my friend Michael.
Shout out to my mom. She's there.
Emanuel Jr., would you like to give a shout out to somebody?
Shout out to my boy Noah, my dad, and my mom, and Noah mom.
Okay. Cameron, you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Shout out to my dad.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to my mom and dad,
Oh yeah,
and
and
Emmanuel dad.
Okay.
my mom.
Do you all want to say their names, at least the first name? Start on that end. Go ahead, Noah. No, you don't want to give a first.
My mom.
Just mom. Okay. Do you want to say mom's first name, Cameron?
Peggy.
Okay.
Nusi. Her name's Shazir, actually.
Dang.
Well, my grandmother Bernice.
Oh, okay. Emanuel Jr.
Emmanuel.
Okay. And that's who?
Emmanuel Senior.
Okay. And that's who?
That's who. What?
Your brother, your sister.
Oh, I only got two brothers.
So Emmanuel Senior is who? What relation is he to you, honey?
He's my dad.
Okay, want to make it clear. I just want to give a shout out to my daughter Sigrid and my other grandson, which is Julian in Oklahoma, and then my daughter, my son team in Oklahoma. But I wanted to pose this question to you guys. Did you know that in American society, the system is set up to enslave black males by unjustifiably finding reasons to imprison African American males and boys, period. And guess what? That means for you, and unfortunately for us too, for females as well. Now, it means you must begin now to purposefully, cautiously live your lives daily to not become a slave in our prison systems that have been built for blacks. So what is your plan to not be enslaved in the United States prison system? Who wants to go first with that?
I would really actually, well, if I was a slave,
No.
Oh.
It's not a slave. The point is our American society sets blacks up for failure. So what they may send you to prison for because you're black, send you to jail because you're black, they won't send someone else for that same crime per se because they're not black. So the point is they're setting us up as a black people to be enslaved in the prison system, not to be a slave, but you may as well consider yourself as being a slave because you're having shackles on your feet. You can't go anywhere. You can't do much of anything. If it's not someone directly in your home that is in jail, I'm sure you have a friend or other family member that you know that has been sent to jail. We know someone. So my point is, what are you guys doing to prevent being trapped in that type of situation, to not go to jail? Because our American society, unfortunately, has set us up as blacks, mainly black men, to keep you all in jail and prison. So what are you doing to prevent that?
Just stay out of trouble and stay away from anything that could get me in trouble. And if I was about to get in trouble, I would just probably deal with my sentence. I would just get it over with, like do nothing in prison. I would just get my sentence over with. I wouldn't add nothing, keep it there.
I'll go next.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Darius.
My plan would just be to just let everybody know, especially the police, that there's no reason to arrest me, because don't give them any reasons to think that you're doing anything bad. Basically just to show them that I'm not doing anything wrong, and just have them keep that in their mind that you're not doing anything wrong.
Okay. And go ahead, Noah. What is your plan so you won't be captured
Me,
and unjustifiably accused?
there's no justification for what they do.
Mhm.
I mean, you don't just wake up and say, I just want to, just arrest a black person. So they're being taught that. So, I would just act non-suspicious and move about my day like nothing's going on.
Mm-hmm.
If I was in that type of situation, I would just remain calm, and if I was in my car or something, I would keep my hands on the dashboard and keep my license and registration where the police can see them and stuff like that.
Okay, that's good.
Mhm.
I love that. Okay.
I will also act non-suspicious, as Noah said, and yeah.
What?
And Emmanuel Jr.?
I wouldn't do nothing. I I would do nothing to get myself in that situation. I would keep protesting.
Now here, a woman, well, a mother, she composed. I know we have to go get our phone. I don't know how we're going to. Michael, we're going to have a phone in here or not? Oh, okay. So we'll connect it in a little bit then. Okay, so a mother who was very concerned about her child being unjustifiably arrested and all of that, she composed a list of things for her son to do, or well, mainly to not do, that would hopefully prevent him from being arrested. And what she put on here is she says, don't put your hands in your pockets. Don't put your hoodie on. Check in with your people even if you're down the street. Don't be out too late. Don't touch anything you're not buying. Never leave the store without a receipt or a bag, even if it's just a pack of gum. Never make it look like there is an altercation between you and someone else. Never leave the house without your ID. Don't drive with a wife beater on. You know what a wife beater is? Those little white. Okay. Okay. And don't drive with a do-rag on. Don't go out in public with a wife beater or a do-rag, as she said. Don't ride with the music too loud. Don't stare at a Caucasian woman. And if a cop stops you randomly and starts questioning you, don't talk back, just compromise. If you ever get pulled over, put your hands on the dashboard and ask if you can get your license and registration out. And when you think about the deaths that have made headlines at George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Tamir Rice, Michael Brown, and so many countless others, etc., you begin to see why a mother would make these rules for her black son. So in the video comments, many black and Latino teens said that their parents had given them similar lists of rules they had to learn, and a mother told me the same thing that on the one note, and another commented and said that you shouldn't have to live like that. We shouldn't have to be that cautious. And one person even commented, saving the video for future reference for her son to view when he is old enough to do that. So again, what do you guys think about those do's and don'ts as far as what you should do and what you shouldn't do? Yes.
I feel like they're trying to be stereotypical and stereotype us because every black person does not do that. And they're trying to say, oh, well, since you're black, you do it. So, we're just going to assume.
Right.
Yeah, just like when people say all black people eat chicken, that's not true. I said, just like when they say all black people eat chicken, that's not true.
My friend's a pescatarian, so she does not eat any type of meat, but like she eats salmon and shrimp like that. I think that we shouldn't have to live that cautious because of the color of our skin. That's like pit bulls. Like I had a pit bull, a boxer, and people like wouldn't come up to her because like she was like very aggressively friendly, and like they think pit bulls are vicious sometimes and like stuff like that. I personally think chihuahuas are definitely
I had a chihuahua, so one time I pulled his tail, then he almost bite me.
Why would you do that?
Because he was playing too much.
Okay, I agree with my sister there. Our dog was aggressively friendly, but she wasn't like, ah. So people just kept like staying away from her, saying she is mean, nasty, and ugly. Like dogs, they're friendly things if you're friendly back. Just like black people, they're friendly if you're friendly back. Just because we're black doesn't mean nothing. Doesn't mean that y'all can just treat us like animals, like freaks, like we're aliens.
Period.
We are here because y'all brought us here.
Amen to that.
Nah,
And we were here.
we was here
before all this slavery.
Like they basically are like Skittles.
most of the social study. Sorry to cut you off, but most of the social study things in social study is not true.
Yeah.
Like they
They're
think
myths.
basically to me, it kind of sounds like they think stealing Skittles is worse than actually stealing humans from their country.
Crazy.
But I really like what you said on there, Darius. You all said that. Now, what do you mean when you say that we were here?
Oh.
They didn't bring us. Oh, that was, you know what? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That
I'm
was
sorry.
me.
Let me give you credit.
Yeah.
Was it?
We,
Okay.
yeah,
cool.
we were here like 3,000 to 4,000 years before slavery started, and those are just myths that they assume are right.
Okay. Now, I know the Indians were here. The native Indians were here.
Yeah.
But are you saying that we as black people
Yes,
were already here?
Yes, we were
Okay,
already here
okay.
before
We was already here.
Africans, all of that. We were already here in the United States.
Okay. And can you guys hear us okay? I'm getting texts. Michael, can they hear us okay? I'm getting texts that they said they can't hear us. Are we turned up?
It's not.
Oh, okay, okay. And oh, I see what she's saying. They're calling in. I'm so sorry. There's people said they're calling in and they're not being able to get through. So when we take a commercial break, should we go ahead and take a break right now so we can get the phone lines in? Are we ready for that? Okay, so give us a few moments. And my apologies, but we were so excited today to get here and get everything on time. We were so early. Yes, of course, honey. I've always.
But as I said, as black people, we should be able to do what we want. Like white people, they doing what they want.
Amen.
So we should all just be treated the same way.
I agree with that. I agree
Yeah.
with that. And that's the thing is we're not wanting preferential treatment. We're wanting to be treated equal. We're just wanting to be treated respectfully. We're wanting to be treated fairly. Jhene, you look like you want to say something. Go ahead, honey.
I kind of do.
Okay. And interrupt so you can't, don't talk over each other, but interrupt and say, hey, I have a point. I'd like to make this work. Go ahead, honey.
Yes, and my mom told me, like,
Put the mic up on. Make sure they can hear you.
my mom told me, like, basically black people working at jobs is basically, like, basically kind of slavery because you're working for somebody else, but just without beating and stuff like that. And you actually get paid, though.
I can somewhat piggyback on that because I feel the same way per se. And the reason why I say that is most corporations, most companies we work for, they want you to work all year and they only give you a couple of weeks off. Our bodies need more rest than that. I give praise to a company I used to work for in Oklahoma, and I'm going to give a shout out to it, U.S. Cellular. Soon as you walk in the door, you walk in with 4 weeks of vacation. And after your little 90 days probation, you can begin to utilize that vacation. You didn't have to let it accumulate. You could use it immediately. So you could come right off of the probation period, which is only 90 days. And then if you wanted to take 2 or 3 weeks off, you could. Now, of course, they only
I'm
had a
sorry
few
to
more
interrupt.
people. Don't wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Of course, they didn't allow everybody to take off. They would only allow a certain amount. So if that quota wasn't being met and you wanted to take time off, they would allow you to do that. And then every year or so, they added on another week. So when I left that company, because they closed down that accounting department, I was up to 7 weeks of vacation a year. So they really appreciated us as an employee. They really appreciated our efforts, and they appreciated the money that we were making them. They paid us well. And in essence, what I would do is take a week off every other month, and which is great because your body needs a week or so off every 4 or 5, 6 weeks. It really does. So companies and corporations and businesses, if you really want to show how much you appreciate your employees, give them more time off. And that's not a black thing. To me, that's a human thing. That's a matter of, I don't want to just get mine. I don't care what you don't have. I want to show you how much you appreciate us as well. And to me, they should show appreciation in monetary compensation, meaning paying you well and giving you time off. Pay me well, but give me the time off so I can enjoy the money that I'm making. Go ahead, honey. You want to say something?
Yeah, but when I first heard about slavery,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like something about like money. But when I first seen it,
Well, it was basically something about money. They were getting labor for free. So meaning they were getting blacks to work for them and not pay them. It was totally about money. It was totally, put your mic up, it was totally about economic development. But think about it. All of us blacks now today going to work and ain't nobody getting paid. That's what it really meant. It was free labor.
Yeah, but when I saw slavery, I did not like it one bit.
Oh, of
I
course
want
not. Of course
we should
not.
be able to like communicate easily. Like when George Floyd died,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that broke me in pieces.
Exactly.
That felt like we can't do what we want anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We should be able to press charges on somebody who killed the person.
Mm-hmm.
We should be able to get paid the same money
Right.
like the other people are.
Mm-hmm. I agree. What were you gonna say, Noah?
I was gonna say, the first thing you see when you go out to protest is all lives matter, and they try to stereotype and say you say white people, but it's I don't like to say that. I like to say Caucasian or African American, but I feel that I'm black, so I can say black people.
Right.
But they like to stereotype people and say, oh, you can't say that, you're African American. And then the first thing you see when you protest is all lives matter. Nobody stated that all lives did not matter.
People were saying Black Lives Matter because
It
because
really does.
people are not white people or some white people. They're being racist to black people and they don't care.
Yeah, because the black people aren't getting treated the same way as the white people.
Exactly. Now, did you want to say something, Jhene?
Yes. I think the black people who are doing the riots and looting are like they think since they won't listen to the other protests, like the peaceful MLK protests and stuff like that, then they have to go like rioting and stuff like that. I don't really think that's going to be necessary because like you're basically destroying your own community, and soon enough Minneapolis might turn into a ghost town.
Exactly.
They're burning down buildings.
Target for no milk.
Yeah.
Well,
But we shouldn't
got-
be burning down buildings though,
well,
because T.I. and them
Mm-hmm.
they kind of built this,
Mm-hmm.
so we shouldn't be tearing down their stuff.
Exactly.
to,
Exactly.
to
I
be
agree with that.
to be honest with you, you
Mhm.
know why everybody is rioting? It's because it's a revolution.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And-
a revolution because it was like a lot of people, a lot of black people getting killed every day.
Mm-hmm.
Mothers are fearing that their son is gonna get or is gonna die or get shot.
Well, and they're angry, they're frustrated, they're very upset because unfortunately what happened to Mr. Floyd happened to another black man a few years ago in New York, where they literally were on his neck with their knee and killed him.
And it's the fact that they're targeting black African American males.
Exactly. Exactly. And I saw a video the other day where it was showing the opposite of what it means to not have white privilege. And this one guy was just pulled over by the cops, and they were like, oh, let me see your license. And they're like, well, okay, here it is, but for what? And they were just throwing him on the car, and he didn't even do anything. It was just a normal traffic stop. Then they showed another video where they had stopped this white man, and they were wrestling with the white man, but they didn't have their knee on his neck. They weren't beating him to death. The white man got away and drove away in the police car. So see the difference in that? Do you think any black
Nonviolent.
man would have had the opportunity to drive away in a police car?
Nope.
Alive? Period?
I watched this video of this black man. It was caught on camera. This man, he was just cooperating in the police station. Like they were letting him go, patting him down, right? Once they took him to the ER, they just started punching him, slamming him, trying to hurt him. I just don't like racist. Racist is a word of hate. We don't want to hate each other. We want to come together.
Because it's really destroying the world. I saw this one video of this 11-year-old girl getting beaten to death by a cop for getting more than one milk at school. I get more than one milk sometimes because like I'm thirsty and I haven't had anything to drink. No, there was just the camera on the floor, and then like I guess like the teacher was just standing right there watching.
I can't stand by and watch someone smaller than or weaker than or someone scared be beat or disrespected to oblivion. I almost got in a fight one time on the subway when I was living in New York because this one being rude to a white woman, and I could tell that she was afraid, and I spoke up.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never had a fight with anyone in my life ever, except when I was a little bitty girl and I was fighting my brothers, because I'm like 5 and 8.
Oh.
But my point is, but then she jumped all in my face, and that was okay, because as I say, sticks and stones may hurt. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But then she got to speaking, and this is way before the coronavirus, and then as she was speaking, some spit almost got on me. Well, then that really aggravated me, and I jumped up, and then I believe my son was with me on the subway, and he pulled me back because he had never seen me have that type of anger. So then, again, they had to almost pull me off of this person, but then she jumped off the train. But again, it's because the other woman was all scared. Bullies know who they can bully. Bullies know who they can bully. Go ahead, Noah.
Oh, I respect all Caucasians who are helping us protest and helping us make it right to the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, I have respect for them, but I have no respect. I lack respect for those who are racist towards African Americans.
Right. Now wait a minute, y'all. I want to go ahead and pose some of the questions. And Bernice Cosley's watching again. She said, "Hi, my grandchildren, Jhene and Darius."
Hey, Grandma.
And then Derek Seabrook, Marquetta. Oops, hold on. I'm trying to get these questions here, and I apologize, you guys, because again, we've got to bring the phones in here. Derek Seabrook, Marquetta Hudson, Killingbeck. Tell Noah to sit up straight, because they can't have him all up on the internet, not looking as handsome as we know he needs to be. And thank you. And then Shazar, she said, keeps the mic close. See, again, you guys got to keep your mics up. If you don't want to keep your mics up, then maybe those who don't need to have it. And then Nettie Harris beseeches them, "Hey, baby, I know your hands are full, and it is easy when you have young children going up in this chaos today. I'm proud of the moms that you are. I will keep you guys in prayer. You hang in there. Hold on. Hang in there and she would keep you guys in prayer. Hang in there, keep an open conversation going with the kids, and just love on them. And we'll talk to us soon. And then, hold on. Again, Shazar is watching. And then I have a question that was posed on here. Oops, hold on. Let me find that question. It says the question, are all of you all from Atlanta?
I'm from
I am.
No.
Okay.
I'm from Atlanta.
Okay, and the point is, it said, if so, do you guys realize that many other cities are not as welcoming to black people? Did you guys realize that?
Yes.
Okay. So, Michael, are we ready to take a quick commercial so we can get these phones plugged up so those can call in? Okay, so we're going to get up and dance right quick with no music. So we can go to the commercial. Welcome back to the side. TellUs. Today is June 9th, 2020. You're watching the side. TellUs Children's Talk It Out TV show. And today we're talking about racism, inequality, and everything. And thank you for your patience. We have a call. Thank you.
Welcome to the Side TellUs TV show. Please state what name and city you're calling from.
Put your mic up or get rid of it. Hold it up.
Hello, my name is Ty Maxwell. I'm calling from Tulsa.
Oh, what's up, Dad?
How you doing, son?
Pretty good.
That's our son calling in. Hi, T.
Hey, yeah, I just want to say I want to applaud all of you for giving your honest opinions. And honestly, in order for us to change our world, it's going to start with you guys, your generation, because once these old people start dying off, it's going to be y'all's job to take their spot, and change the future.
That's so
But
true.
I believe the gentleman on the far left, or Cameron's right, Noah, he said that we were here 3,000 or 4,000 years before slavery. Who told you that?
Oh, my mom. She just learned about it on this social studies show.
Excellent. Keep that mic up
Tell
right
your
there.
mom that whatever group she's into, whatever that social studies group is, they are correct. We were here 3, 4, 5, 10,000 years before
Yes, sir.
white people ever set foot on this side of the planet. But think about it. I mean, if you think about the people in South America, they're dark like you and me. They're dark like, and like that in Mexico. So you mean to tell me they only found black and brown people in Africa? Come on. I mean, there's people on islands right now that are darker than black people. They have no way of leaving the island. So how do they get there? We were everywhere. So yeah, man, study that group that your mom's in. Tell your friends. I've told Cameron stuff like that all the time, man. We were here first. But I just want to applaud each and every single one of you. I've watched the entire show. Thank you for your opinions and your ideals. And honestly, kids, it starts with y'all. Y'all are the ones who are going to change our future.
Yes.
I mean, it's right now, everything we do is on repeat. The hate, the racism, nothing has changed. So if you guys get sick of it and start running for office and running for local senates and state representatives, and not just that, but prosecutors, district attorneys, lawyers, you have to actually change the law.
Yes.
Some of the laws still stand where it's legal to kill black people. I think some states like Mississippi just changed their belief on slavery. They said it was still legal up until the year 1990 something, I believe. So let's think about that, But again, you guys are are our future, so make every day count, I mean, enjoy being a child, but understand that one day you will be an adult, and let's hope you make a difference,
That's true. Ty, my son, thank you so much for calling in. We really appreciate you calling in, honey. We love you.
Love you, Dad.
I love every single one of y'all. You guys doing a great job. Cameron, hey, rock on, bro. Noah, good shit. Baby girl on the right with the bright shirt, man, I love her tenacity. And the dude on the right, the far right, bro, you stay strong.
That's Emanuel Jr. And then we have and
I
Darius.
like your swag. You keep it up, man.
Yes. And what city and state are you calling from, Ty?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
All right. Tulsa, T-Town in the house. Thank you for calling in. And,
all right. Thank you, guys. You have a good night.
Okay, you too. I love you. Now, someone has posed on here. Okay, love you, honey. Thank you. Someone posed on here, you guys. They said, what laws should we put in place to stop racial injustice? Noah, we'll start with you.
Excuse me. Can you repeat the question, please?
It said, what laws should we have to stop racial injustice from blacks being treated unfairly, unjustifiably?
Okay, so what
keep
right should we
right
have?
here. Keep that mic right here.
I feel that we should have the right to walk the streets at nighttime without worrying about someone coming up on us, harassing our nerves, being racist, and spitting out racial slurs. Without somebody harassing us all day and night, saying racial slurs against blacks. I feel that we should have equality and freedom and justice for what is done. I mean, like they did with George Floyd, they put their knee on his neck, and he said repeatedly, "I cannot breathe." The first thing they should have did was call medical. What did they do? They sat there until he died.
Yes. Very, very, very not a good thing, and it's so sad. But, go ahead.
one thing that.
Right here.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, it says, what laws should we have in place to stop racial injustice? Meaning
What-
blacks treated unfairly. What laws should we have in place?
One law would be to punish any people, black or white, showing any racial inequalities, because that is not right. And everybody should have equal rights, because it's just normal, because we're all humans. At the end of the day, we're all the same race, so we should all have that same right to do the same thing.
It should be normal. Unfortunately, it's not.
The laws I think we should have is be able to walk the streets like Noah said. They had his knee. They had their knee on his neck. It was like they were trying to break his neck, like trying to. I feel like we should be able to do what we want, like white people are doing. Like they're doing what they want. We should get the equal rights. We should get what we want. We should be able to get paid, have freedom. We aren't free yet. It's like we're still slaves on the inside. We're all of the black people I know, they are out here doing their job. They are out here trying to work and get money. My dad, he's trying to work and get money. My mom, my grandmother, my other grandmother, all of my family members are out here trying to make money, but we never, ever have to get paid the same salary. We should always get paid the same salary. We should be able to have equal rights.
Okay. Jhene, right here.
I think the law that should be set is police. They shouldn't have to pull out their guns just because of the race of somebody's skin color. They should, like, at least only have guns if it's like that bad. Like if somebody's about to shoot you, if they don't have a weapon on them, then there's no reason to pull out a gun. Or like if they're trying to come near you, at least just pull out a taser to tase them, put them down, and then put them in handcuffs. And you don't have to wrestle them around. You could just like have them stand right there and like do your business. Make sure they don't run off. Have like a policeman stand right there and just watch over him. Make sure he doesn't like run into the woods or anything like that. And yeah, I think that should really change from police killing black women and black men.
All right.
Okay. And Emanuel Jr., what laws do you think should be in place to stop that?
I feel like it should be.
Put your mic up, honey.
I feel like it should be a couple laws. One of the laws, I think. Black people, they should get money and checks and not have to work. For other people basically.
Now, the laws that I think should be in place, which would be equality and fairness for everyone, is that we need to ban. I'm trying to make sure I can see this. We need to ban chokeholds and strangleholds. Shouldn't be able to strangle and choke us. We should require de-escalation, meaning oppress
Take it
something. Let's break it down. Don't bring it up. Require warning before shooting. You don't just shoot somebody. You give a warning. You know how you see on TV, stop in the name of the law, I'm going to shoot. They don't do that. We should also exhaust all alternatives before shooting. You see what I'm saying? I mean, hit Billy with the club, tasing. Do all of that first before we shoot. There should be a duty to intervene, meaning you see a cop unjustifiably choking Billy down and his knee on his neck, I would have jumped in. I'm sorry. I would have jumped in. If I'd been shot, I don't care, but I would hope someone would help me, and I'm being choked to death by the law, and whatever I did, I didn't deserve that. We should also ban shooting at moving vehicles. They should not be able to shoot at a moving vehicle. Now, establish use of force continuum. Okay? Establish use of force continuum and require all force to be reported. Now, we have some more questions here that they have posed. And again, as I said, we're going to go around.
Before
We have a
Wait,
before
hold
you
on.
do-
Oh, excuse me. We have a caller. Thank you for calling the TellUs Children's Talking About TV show. Thank you so much. Please state your name and what city you're calling from.
Hi, this is Cece calling from Bronx, New York. So I actually have a two-part question. I guess my first question is, prior to the murder of George Floyd, what did your parents talk to you about racism? The second part is, I'm calling from a friend of mine, Savannah, who lives in Cincinnati, Ohio. She wanted to know, what are you all's thoughts about Black people that live outside of the U.S. and how what's going on here in the U.S., how it affects them in other countries, whether they live in Europe or South America or in the West Indies or even in Africa. Unfortunately, there's racism everywhere. So what are you all's thoughts about racism outside of the U.S.? And then also, what do your parents talk to you about racism prior to the murder of George Floyd?
Okay, we'll start with you, Emanuel Jr., because we'll come back around this way. Okay? Put that mic right here.
My dad didn't talk to me about anything. He was just saying, we just started protesting.
My mom, she talked to me about how to be safe with police, and she also talked to me about like how to stay out of trouble. And my dad did too. He really like taught me most of the things I know, and so did my mom. And like if I'm ever in trouble, I can just call them. My mom and my dad will come. I know they're always by my side, no matter like what I do, unless it's something that's really bad. Yeah.
And what was this second part of the question? Did you guys both answer both questions for yourselves?
Yes, the other part of the question that Savannah posed from Cincinnati, Ohio, have you all thought about racism that Black people experience outside of the U.S., like those that are living in Europe or Africa, apartheid, in South America? Just wanted to know if you all thought about that.
I saw a video one time. And it was like, well, it was actually a movie. And the officers, they was basically beating them if they didn't work.
I really think it does go on in Europe, Asia, China, stuff like that. And like, yeah, it does happen. And I mainly learned about it like mainly in America, but I did learn about Europeans back in the day came and got us from Africa and deported us like away from my families and stuff like that. Mhm.
Okay. Darius?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Sure. The first question is, did your parents talk to you about racism prior to the murder of George Floyd?
Okay.
And the second part.
Answer one at a time, because I'm forgetting them too. Okay, so the first question, answer that one, honey.
Well, my dad, he told me that whenever you're in trouble, you should just obey and cooperate. You shouldn't struggle. Like you shouldn't do anything that makes cops like hurt you or what else they would probably do to you. And the second question, please.
The second question is, have you all thought about, because of what's going on here in the U.S., thought about racism that Black people experience outside of the U.S., such as Africa or Asia or Europe?
Actually, that is a good question. I have never thought about that. So, I really think racism should just be like a law. Like if you are ever caught being racist or doing anything to a black or white or Caucasian, you should be arrested. That that question right there, that actually I think that just taught me something.
And what we'll do too is both of y'all, you answer the first one, Cameron, and then you answer the second one because we have other questions people are posing as well. Okay, let's do it like that.
Well, the first
Put your
question-
mic up. Do your mic just like this, you guys.
The first question, my parents we talk about it every now and then. My mom and dad especially, but the main people I hear about it from is my friends. We talk about it all the time,
Mm-hmm.
how it's messed up and how the right should be changed.
And what do they talk about all the time?
Racism and how it could be fixed.
Okay, okay.
Okay, and the
No.
second question was it?
What's it
Give us the
what's
second
it-
question again, CC.
So the second question is, have you, because of what's going on currently right now, you're seeing protesters march all across the world. Have you all thought about how Black people experience racism outside of the U.S. and other countries?
I have thought about that. I am very
Mhm.
cognizant of and aware of the other situations, but not to belittle their situations.
Right,
but our
right.
situation has come to a point where Black people have said we were here 1st, and we are tired of what you are doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then someone else has posed another question on here. Noah, I want you to answer it. It's from Emanuel Kilpatrick Sr. That's from your dad, Junior. But he has asked on here, he said, what do Black people want? Answer that for me.
Black people really want freedom, peace,
I think every Black person wants freedom.
freedom. I would just say freedom and peace. We just want freedom and peace.
Okay, and then Noah?
I feel people want equality and equal rights.
Okay.
But yeah,
And then what do Black people want? And then it says, hold on, let's scroll down. And then, who wants this question? Do you think we should still? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think we should still teach the history of African American slave trade in public school if we haven't closed the claim on reparations, meaning paid us for the free labor that our ancestors? No, we gotta give other people a chance too, honey. I see you want to jump on that. I saw you, Violin. You want to answer. Do you think African American slave trade in public schools, if we haven't closed the claim of reparations? Just raise your hand if you think yes. Oh. Like, do you think we should still teach the history of African American slave trade in public school, and if we haven't closed the claim of reparations? And how does it make you feel to know we picked all the cotton, but don't own any of the cotton industry today?
It's definitely from my mom. I've heard her talk about it before. I think they should definitely teach African American history in classes still, because they should all, like, kids should know, like, what has been going on, and they could probably stop it. They could become president one day. They can become mayor. They can become the government, and that can be easily stopped by someone who actually believes that this can be stopped. And on the cotton thing, I think we do. I think we should get paid from the cotton factories, because we picked all that cotton back in the day just for them to have clothes on their back, and we made scratches and stuff on our back because it, like the thorn in the cottons, and it was really unfair. So I think we should get paid by cotton, by the cotton factories.
And what were you going to say, Darius? I mean, no. Junior. What were you going to say?
I feel like they shouldn't teach social studies, because for me, when I heard in social studies, when the teacher
Look at that camera.
in social studies, when the teacher she talk about social studies, I I tend to get pretty angry.
Okay, and so yes, of course, honey.
The question was okay.
And the question. Let me go back to the question.
Should they still teach African American history?
Oh,
and
yeah.
social studies?
I feel they should teach us that because it's important to know where you came from. If you don't know where you came from, you won't know the reason why you're in jail. You won't know the reason why they arrested you.
Right here, babe.
Yeah, they won't know that. So, and I feel they should pay us for what our ancestors did because we did more than what y'all did.
Okay, and did you want to say something, Darius?
Yeah, I would. I really do think we should kind of keep. I think we should still teach African American history because we should know where we came from and we should know what we have done, and the cotton factory should fix what they have done to us. They should like give us some of their salary because we picked all that cotton.
They should give us most.
Most.
Majority.
Well, they should give us reparations. That just means back pay for the free.
We also
They
should give
give us reparations, and that means a back pay for the free labor that all of our ancestors literally build this nation. Who do you think build the White House?
We should also
Thank you.
get 40 acres.
We need more than
Land?
that. Now, Keisha Lawson says on here, she says she tries. Hold on. People are texting. Keisha Lawson says, I try to talk to my son about it. He is 6 and doesn't understand what's going on right now. He is the only black child in his class, and everybody treats him good. So he doesn't understand racism. Well, Keisha, show him Roots and some other movies that will show him unfairness and racism. And unfortunately, turn on the news every night today and pretty much every night. And then I have other questions on here that have been posed. And also, hold on. It says also, do you guys have white friends and family members? And have they mentioned anything about what's going on?
I do have white friends and I do have white family members. My grandmother, her name's Deborah. That's the first time I ever met her was when I was 11 and we were at my grandfather's birthday party. And I knew nothing about her. I knew nothing. I didn't know that she was like my grandmother. But I do have white friends. We do talk about it. My friend Haley, we aren't really friends anymore. I don't know why, but we just got into a big argument. But my friend Leilani, and my friend Leilani, we do talk about it, and yeah.
Anybody else want to say anything on it?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead, jump in right quick.
You go first.
Yeah. I have a white friend. His name is Wesley, and he was actually when he heard about all this stuff, the police brutality, especially the George Floyd, he got really, really mad about it because it was really messed up, and that should not happen.
Oh, yeah. I feel that
Look at the mic, honey.
I feel that I have a Caucasian friend, and he's like all lives matter, and he's like everybody deserves a fair chance, but at the same time he's not trying to be racist. But when I say this, but he's like a person who says, you know what? Who cares? Let's put all lives in front instead of blacks only.
Exactly. They should all be fair. Go ahead,
I have a friend named Noah. Shout out to you, Noah.
And he's white.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think he doesn't know about all this, but
I'm sure he does.
yeah, I'm sure he does. But shout out to you, Noah.
No, we're just looking like what?
I do have a white aunt, but we have she hasn't discussed anything about this because we haven't seen her in like a long time.
Oh, okay. She hasn't called or said anything. And anybody else want to say anything before I pose one more question? Then we can ready to close it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
sure.
the next question?
Yeah, sure. I would like to say, we should respect to all those white people that loves us blacks as we are. I give respect to all those whites that are out there protesting for our freedom. I give respect to anybody who gives respect to blacks. Indians, Chinese, just anyone.
Italians, any nationality. Noah, I mean, Junior.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the question?
Let's go back to the question. Hold on. Well, let's just pose another question. On here it says, but all lives can't matter if they aren't treating blacks fairly. That's this person's opinion, Cece. She said to her, all lives can't matter if they aren't treating blacks fairly. What do you think she means by that? I'm going to wrap it up.
I'll start.
Go ahead.
She means that black people are getting treated unfair more than any other race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the white people are getting treated like they're better or anything, and the black people are treated like they're lower, like they're a piece of trash, and we're really not. We're actually a lot better than that.
Yeah. I feel.
Go ahead. Y'all got to jump in because we're going to close it out.
I was on this video on TikTok. I know many people know what it is. And I saw this one TikTok about, she was talking about like white privilege and stuff. And this one comment, it really disturbed me. It was like, he said, well, what if we have all this privilege because we're better at things than any other race?
Well, that's not.
When really, back in the 1800s, we made all the cotton.
Crazy.
And I really think it's because they didn't.
That's not
really
all we
work.
made. That's not all we made.
We also picked the fruit, and we also did a lot of things. Yeah.
All the construction.
We had to build houses for them.
It was also this.
It's been a great show. We're going to continue this again. So we'll see you all back. We'll be back on here in 2 weeks. And our next show is going to be on June 23rd, 2020, the TellUs Children's Talk It Out TV show. This is going to be a continual conversation of unfairness, racism, inequality, injustice, malicious black murder, Black Lives Matter, Japanese lives matter, Latino lives matter. But we as blacks, we are tired. We are angry, and we want all this racism to end. Freedom. So tell all your friends to tune in to the TellUs Children's Talk It Out TV show so we can spread the word and spread the goodness of the black people and the black power and the continuation of Black Lives Matter and march on and power to the people, power to our children. Let's lift up our black children. Our black children's lives matter. We don't want any of them to be locked up, beat, slaved down, taunted, or anything. Love our black children. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Second, fourth Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you. Yay!